Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 43 degree Wednesday, the 15th of November. Man, fall colors are waning quick, man. Look at that, just leaves everywhere. But I love that, the fog and clouds and stuff in the mountains. Look how much this is thinned out just from yesterday. Wasn't I just talking about this the day before yesterday? Look how much it's thinned out. Dadgummit. Crazy. Happens fast. But feels good out here. It's very moist. I think it rained overnight, but right now everything's wet. The fog is so thick. It's like a fog mist hitting everything. So everything's soaking wet just from the fog. But I think it's supposed to be off and on rain today. I think today, and then the next 2 days is supposed to be nice. I don't know. Though it just about every 6 hours, look at the weather. It's changing nonstop. 50 degrees and total clouds out there, Mama.
Yes, it is. It's very overcast and foggy everywhere.
Yeah, kind of the weather never really changed from home all the way to here. Just looked the same all the way. I don't think the windshield wipers ever swiped, not even once.
No.
Didn't even get wet enough in the fog to make them auto swipe. But anyway, we've made our way to Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hump day.
It is.
Almighty. Still seems like it's Monday for some reason.
I know.
But anyway, Mama, I'm gonna go in there and see how the day's gonna work out.
All right.
And we'll just make it through it.
All right.
One more day, one day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time.
All right, Mama. Hope you have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
There it is, 20 minutes after 4. And I literally had nothing to work on today. So Kelly calls down and says, "You don't leave early?" I said, yeah, you could have called several hours ago, as far as that goes. So, heading up the hill, we're gonna roll out. Man, what a super, super, super quiet day it was today. You have days like that this time of year. Look at these beautiful skies. That's just past Woodland. That's Green Mountain that I go over with new demos and stuff. Of course, the mountain's much higher than that, but you can't see it. Isn't that cool? Colors in the sky, little fall colors in the trees. Nice. So we made it home safe and sound after literally a whole day of nothing. I did some training stuff for work and just piddle around with all kinds of different stuff, but no bikes to work on. That police bike, when I showed up, they had already test rode the thing. They wanted it. They came and got it early, so Tim and those guys test rode it and to make sure everything is okay. I said, well, I didn't know they had test rode. I said, well, I see the RTP is gone. I said, it's a good thing I did some bench testing on that thing, make sure everything goes good. I said, I never test rode that thing. He goes, and Tim realized I didn't too, so they took care of it this morning, made sure everything was cool and safe, and off they went, no problems. So that was my test ride I was gonna do first thing this morning. And it was dry at that point, and then it started raining. In fact, Tim was gonna take his R9T to lunch again today, and man, by the time it's time to eat, one of the lot boys comes through and goes, "Dadgummit, it's raining out there." And Tim's like, "What?" Yeah, I know that feeling well, but it's cool. He loves his R9T. Anyway, looking at my cars and all the dust and stuff from the summertime, and then the stuff I created building my shelving thing for all these. I was telling Kelly this morning, I said, I wonder if they make like a dust cover for RC cars. It'd be nice to just have something to throw over them. Lo and behold, I found dust covers. They're kind of looks like they're made out of the material that any of you guys have tank bags, you know, the little clear thing on the front of the tank bag you put your map under. If any of you guys remember using actual maps. Anybody remember those days? But anyway, it looks like it's made out of that, and it's sewed. It's that kind of material. It's stiff enough that it'll stand up on its own, and it just literally sits over the drone, the RC car, and they have it show a picture of it on a Traxxas TRX4 Defender, the full-size Defender, and like the Defender in the M series, the minis. You know, you look at that Defender compared to the Bronco, it's quite a bit bigger. The body's bigger, and it fits over that fine. And going by the numbers, it should even fit over, maybe a little snug, but it'll fit over the K10 and the F-150. But it'll fit all these. But I was looking at this thing, there's dust all in the little crevices everywhere, you know, all down in the back there. And so at Home Depot, I found these little, I'm not going to dig it back out, I should have left it out. These little paintbrushes that have just like a little tiny rubbery handle on the back. And it's just the softest bristles ever. And they're soft enough that they will literally knock dust off without scratching anything. Put some light on this thing, how's that? But anyway, this one was handy, so I grabbed it. You remember old Superman here, or Spider-Man, he was all, I can't believe that shoe goo held on all summer long. It didn't stick, but on one little spot on underneath his right thigh, and I just kept looking to, you know, turn around and try to find Spider-Man out in the yard somewhere, and, you know, flipping it over and everything else, and literally it's so loose, there's no way he was staying in there. But I ran another bead under his right cheek there, and he's nice and solid as a rock now. I know his scale isn't correct, but I've gotten used to him, and I'm just leaving him in there. I like this one better than the one in the Gen 9. But one of these days I'll get ambitious and start looking up figures again, try to put something in there. The old SCX-10 the third. Oh, it even says it right there. A lot of people just, like, you looking stuff on Amazon or whatever, they just call it SCX-10.3 is what they'll use. But it's the third generation of the SCX-10, the most up-to-date one, unless the fourth one's come out and I haven't stumbled across it. I'm looking at those Mickey Thompson. The only stickers I've put on anything other than stripes on the Gen 9. I really like the way that worked out. But I put those Mickey Thompson stickers on there. Oh, I got that thing crooked as heck. Look at that. And them tires, they work good, but for a very short period of time. Sidewalls were so soft. And somewhere along the line, I can only assume probably on the, you know, messing around on that lawnmower deck out there, that I nicked that thing. I was talking to Doug, or he was talking to me. He was talking about how he like sets his cars up kind of like trophies, and I'm assuming it's a playroom or something in his house. I have no idea, but he has them nicely displayed, and he always cleans them. He goes, yeah, I wipe them all down with Pledge and clean the tires and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, Pledge. I remember February of 1980 when I finally got a job working at a motorcycle shop after I drove the owners plumb nuts. This punk kid coming over there, you know, had open campus at high school when we drove him nuts every day. That's where I ate my lunch every day, which usually I didn't eat lunch. I just went over there and gawked at the York, Honda, and Yamaha. They're playing with them motorcycles, and you know, I'd always go there getting parts and stuff, because I'd ride over there and get stuff. Anyway, when I first started there, one of the first things they made me do, because they split the Honda and Yamaha shop up, I think I've told the story 100 times, but he goes, the day I split those shops up and the Honda opens, you're hired. And that was, I think it was literally February 1st of 1980. But anyway, I get there, they hired me initially as a parts person. And anyway, the sales guy, it was such a small shop that, there's one manager for parts, sales, and service, It was a little mom and pop Honda shop. First thing he made me do is go out there in that showroom, because moving all them bikes around and working on the store, every bike out on the showroom was just completely covered in dust. So I went around with Pledge. And for years, that's all that every motorcycle shop ever used to clean motorcycles, or to, do that wipe down, not a full polish thing. It's just a detail while it's sitting on the floor. But, yeah, that's what you use. Then, like Honda came out with their spray polish and cleaner. And man, that changed the world right there. But good old Pledge. If you don't have anything to clean your bike and you want to put a nice shine on it, dust doesn't collect to it real easy, go in there and sneak your can of Pledge from your wife. You might get shot at a couple times, but yeah, Pledge works great. And it smells fantastic. Who doesn't remember coming home from school and walking in the house and your mom, who was a housewife, didn't have a job. Her job was probably harder than anybody else's job, maintaining the house, but mom had done the furniture that day, and you walk in there, that wonderful smell of Pledge. And then mama, like, literally threatening you with her life if you touch that furniture and get fingerprints on it. Don't be doing that. Don't shake that in here. You're going to make dust get on my furniture. Oh, man, the good old days. The good old days. Things that people just don't even know anything about. I loved, like, the little TikToks and different things, Gen X and stuff like that. All those, remember when, and it's all like stuff in the 70s or 80s. And, oh, man, things that you absolutely forgot about that don't exist anymore. It's really cool stuff. Anyway, I don't know how I started out talking about this. I think the dust collecting on my RC cars. I don't know what I'm going to use on this thing. I don't know what I'll use. But anyway, it will keep the dust off with these covers on them. So what I was doing is just taking old T-shirts, like stuff I use to work on motorcycles and stuff out in the shop, just old raggedy old T-shirts that you collect, and I lay those over them. Well, I got everything all nicely displayed on the shelf where I got them all stored. And I was telling Kelly, I said, I'm eventually forget what's what under what T-shirt. I can't see through them. And that's where I came up with the idea to look for some kind of a dust bag that goes over them. I can't wait they should show up Friday. I'll take you in there and show you how it all works. But yeah, cool stuff. Now I got this thing sitting here all nice and pretty, ready to go back on the shelf. I kind of feel like taking it for a drive. Maybe go roam out there in the dark a little bit with this thing. How about that? Psych. Notice anything different? This is a bone stock SEX10 early Ford Bronco. You can see it's just dusty as all heck. See all the dust in that thing? Oh man, look at that. Anyway, this was next in line to clean. So I thought, well, instead of taking the one I just cleaned, we'll take a stone stock one. In every way, this thing's completely stock. The only thing that got changed was I relocated the stock shocks to a lower position to allow it to run as if it has 90 millimeter. I think it has 100 millimeter shocks. Whatever it was, it's in a lower position where you mount them. There's a way you can just, without modifying anything, just take some longer screws. You can't use the ones that it's originally mounted with, but anyway, it's all stock. Stock motor, stock speed control, it's just stock. It's the way it came out of the box. I haven't done anything else to it. I switched, I think it was in like a sport mode or something initially, and I switched the speed controller into a crawl mode, if that's what Axial is calling it. Come on, you got traction on all tires. Let's go. What I run into? Oh, there's that board back there. Let's see if we can make this thing go up the ramp. This is the stock Spectrum speed. Oh, halfway done with the battery too. So it takes me a second. It comes with a little thumb wheel thing on it right out of the box, which is convenient. Anybody that sells a crawler should have the option of having that on there. These are stock tires. Gotta give them a little bump every once in a while. The differentials are all stock on this one too. I haven't moved anything around. So let's just do a quick thing on the ramp here, and I'm just gonna play around here for a little bit. I ain't gonna drive you guys nuts recording everything, but hold on. To be honest with you, I don't remember how this thing climbed this. I think it did fine. I think everything does fine on it. It's got that chassis torque where it twists the whole frame, and it's just a suspension sagging. It's from the torque of the motor. Remember, this one doesn't have the same trail braking. I mean, it has some, but you'll see if that's throttle completely off. So you got to give it brake like a conventional. That's all the trail braking it's got. It doesn't stop, it just keeps rolling. You got to watch that reverse. It flat goes in reverse. Come on, climb on up the hill. Come on, gal. It'd be nice when I get those bags and that I can just put these in there. Not that it's that dusty in there, but I think bringing the cars in and out is adding dust. So if nothing else, it keeps the dust in. But anyway, I'm going to roll at that and go in there. We'll do a goodbye. Go do a goodbye with Mama, and we'll call it a night. All righty. Well, hello there, YouTube. At least it's not as cold out here. I think it's like 42 or something. It was a whole lot better than, what was it, 30-something last night?
Yeah.
It was cold. It was 33 this morning. So it wasn't, it actually kind of warmed up. It got down to like 31 and then started warming up. That's when I looked at the weather and I went, oops, it was rain overnight. I don't know how it didn't come down. Probably did come down as snow. We just didn't see it. That time we got up, it melted away or something. But what a very quiet day at work. That sure makes the day go by like long at work. Holy moly, I felt like I was there for 15 hours.
Yeah.
Not much to do today. But anyway, it's that time of year. Those will happen, you know. Got holidays coming up and stuff like that. People just, their minds are somewhere else. Then after Thanksgiving, you know, next week, it'll be, you know, people going into buying frenzies. All the little small things will fly out of there. They've been building them like crazy down there. I think they're down to the last few, but we're good and stocked up for the Christmas season, that's for sure. But anyway, on that, I reckon we're going to slip on out on you.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We'll see you in the morning.
See you then. Bye-bye now.
Oh, sorry, Danny.